Ropes, come on, get up. Ropes, get up. Get up. Come on. Yes, people there, welcome back to the channel. I don't know why my screen has gone shorter. As when I press the badge, so my badge looks red. I've got to find this out. I've got to work out why this has happened. Seriously, like Detective Danny. Why are you doing it again, you fucking miserable? You cunt. He ain't doing it again. But guys, welcome back to the channel. Please get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. Of course, there's only one place to start this evening. Chelsea won. Arsenal won. Now, if anyone was listening or involved or commenting in last night's stream, you would have heard me say pretty much like, in my humble good fucking opinion, Sissedo is the guy that you take to a war, a battle of attrition and any kind of war. Do you know what I mean? Protecting a lead, you bring Sissedo. Not that I didn't like Rice, I'm just saying Sissedo is my flavour. What I was looking for, that sort of £105 million Declan Rice money, the 115 Sissedo money. I know these guys both don't score 10 goals a season. Sissedo won't score 10 this season, neither will Rice. They both won assist 10 this season. None of them will. Ever in their careers, probably. But they do a very particular job that like it's almost like saying a goalkeeper, like, do you know what I mean? It's such a particular skill, do you know what I mean? Just man management of a midfield. Like Granit Xhaka maybe matured. I know this is a bit of a weird example, but very good midfielder. Like was good at Germany, even though that's his in Germany, sorry, at Bayer Leverkusen. That's his level. Won a league. Come back to the Premier League with Sunderland. And he's looking good with Sunderland. Maybe Arsenal was that top step too much for him. Maybe we weren't quite the same old Arsenal invincible. Like maybe he just rolled into that invincible squad and been better. Maybe he was slightly too young. Maybe the Premier League was slightly too harsh for him. What I'm saying is, Granit Xhaka is that kind of midfielder, but didn't have that sort of management, that game maturity. We all know the first 3 seasons of his career, like he'd get a lot of silly sending offs and fly around and mug around, tell the fans to fuck off. Basically, just to finish this quick rant, 2 minutes in, is Sissedo and Rice are a very particular breed of people. And believe me, even though no one else really bid, apart only Liverpool and Chelsea went to war for Sissedo, and it was literally only us that bid for Rice. We know other clubs, Bayern Munich and allegedly Chelsea, made inquiries, but there was no other concrete bids. It was only Arsenal. And it wasn't because clubs across Europe and the world wouldn't have wanted Sissedo or Rice. What they offer you at 105 and 115 million, again, it isn't 5-10 goals a season, it ain't 5-10 assists a season, but it's that game management, it's that fucking knowing how to win a game at 1-0 up away at AC Milan, Juventus, Real Madrid, Champions League football nights, you know what I mean? But again, with Sissedo today, I couldn't believe the way he went into a tackle that was fucking needless. And pretty much could have put his team, Chelsea, in jeopardy today of slipping further behind Arsenal in the race for the Premier League. I'll ask WB to look at the Premier League in a minute, and I believe, like, all right, it doesn't do much for fucking Arsenal or Chelsea today, but Chelsea ain't sitting too far behind us, and we'll compare the next few league games. I'll ask WB to take a look at maybe Arsenal and Chelsea's next few games. We're not really Man City or Liverpool out at the moment, but Chelsea have been our most recent test. And I believe they gained more momentum out of today's result. Like, even though they were at home, they went down to 10 men. For me, the best player that they've got by a million miles, so much better than anyone else in midfield, with no disrespect to Lavea, Enzo Fernandez. Like, they're not even close to this to say those level. The same way, like, I suppose Mendy ain't close to Rice's level. Rice for me today was very disappointing, as in when Sissedo went off, I felt him and Zubimendi could have really took control of the midfield and took the piss out of Chelsea. Instead, we went 1-0 down. We are going to talk about this. But as we stand, it is 13 games played. Arsenal are on 30 points. Manchester City on 25. So it is 5 points. Like, nice. Chelsea, 6 points. So again, today, imagine if they had a fucking copter beating on us. They'd be on 24. They'd be on 26. Just 4 points behind Arsenal. It isn't a huge fucking gap. Talking about the top 4 in general, Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool. Are Chelsea here to stay? Judging on today's result, I'm so surprised Neto, Pedro, any other cunt in the world didn't come off apart from Gustavo Willian. Is that because he's young? Did he have a secret injury? because he was the only person offering a threat for Chelsea in the first half. Like, thank fuck they took him off, whichever weirdo reason it was. Um, but Brighton sitting in fifth. It isn't. It's all rather close up here. Like, again, from fourth Aston Villa, it's 6 points behind Arsenal. Fourth, same with the third place Chelsea, 6 points behind Arsenal. Man City 5 points. I get vexed thinking it could have been more. Man United 9 points behind Arsenal, sitting in seventh place. Liverpool 9 points behind Arsenal, sitting in eighth place. Guys, do be liking, do be subscribing. Couple of surprises who aren't in the top 10. Spurs 12th, Newcastle 13th. Wow. Everton 14th. And anyone from Forest in 16th place down are banging trouble. Wolves bottom. Like, fuck me. Burnley, Leeds, West Ham, and Forest. Fulham, 15th place. Obviously, yeah, there'll be that sort of safe range. I'll get WB, thanks for that. To look at some fixtures as well coming up. Arsenal's next, let's say between 3 and 5 Premier League, and hopefully Chelsea and maybe Man City's if possible. Liverpool, Alexander Isaac, today's scoring. Cody Gakpo, I think he's been one of their better performers this season, especially comparing any of their wingers and strikers, you know what I mean? Comparing them to the millions of pounds that was spent on Hugo and Kantika, the millions given to Salah in a new deal, and the millions paid for Alexander Isak. I think Cody Gakpo has actually been their most consistent player. The title tonight, Rodrigo Mendoza. I mentioned him first. Don't try it, fucking Fabrizio. I mentioned it way before you. Not that it matters because I'm only a small, humble YouTuber. But yes, it does look like Arsenal have been very much watching this guy. Fabrizio reckons he's gone as far to say we sent out scouts twice over the last couple of months in October and November. I say we follow that up in December. Obviously, as tomorrow's December. And hopefully make a bid. Like, I've seen little clippings of him, obviously, which is nothing. He plays for a very humble team in Spain, Elche. But yeah, he's looking really good, isn't it? He's punching well above his weight. 20 years old, and it's £17.5 million. With all respect, it's hardly a risk. Arteta has fucking spent £35 million on Vieira that will never get nothing back. But let's look at the results as they stand. On the 3rd of December, literally 3-4 days away, it is Brentford at home. I'd like to think that's a nice, easy 3 points. Followed by, again, 3 days later, at home. I told Stephen this as well, and he told me bollocks. Who did I say we're playing next? Villa. Didn't I? Yes, I did. Yeah. Aston Villa away. He wouldn't listen to me. It was half a guess, but I just knew they were coming up round the corner. Unai Emery, because me and Manny were talking about him on the stream a couple of nights ago. Forget Club Brugge, but Club Brugge are coming. They've that fucked with Barcelona. They scored fucking 10 on aggregate past fucking Glasgow Rangers this season. At home to Wolves after that. Wolves have to get better one of these days, but they're rock bottom. I'd like to think that's an easy win. So listen, sorry. That's Wolves. Everton away at the Dickinson Stadium, and then home to no, it's the EFL Cup. Fuck that. And then home to Brighton. So that is the next 5 for Arsenal. Home to Brentford. That's 3 points. Away to Villa. 3 days later. See, it's the thick and fastness of the games. We will talk about everything considered today. The Sasado sending off, a style of William been taken off, but Arsenal about their 2 first choice centre backs. How good or bad was Hincapié and Mosquera today? But again, so sorry. Brentford at home, Villa away, Wolves at home, Everton away, Brighton at home. And that leads us to the 27th of December. And we play Villa again in the league on the 30th of December. Let's just look at the next 6. Yeah. Brings us to Danny's rating of the fucking season so far. 30th of December. So, Brentford the 3rd of December. The 6th of December. Let's count these. WB, remember, yeah? 3rd of December, home to Brentford. 6th, Villa away. 10th, 4 days later, Club Brugge. And it is away, bit of travelling. 13th, 3 days later, home to Wolverhampton. A little break now, 7 days though. 13, yeah, the 13th to the 20th of December, away to Everton. 23rd, home to Palace, quarter-final of the Cup. And then on the 27th of December, it is Brighton. And on the 30th of December, it is Villa at home. First things first, I was going to say there's no top 4 teams in there, but Villa at this moment are a top 4 team. And we do play them twice in the league. in the coming 4 weeks. That always happens every season when you sort of play someone twice in 4 weeks. And it's Unai Emery, and we've had a bit of a shit record against Emery, no matter who he manages against. So shouts out to WB. I'm going to quickly write that down because I'll probably send him mad when I want that. When I want to bring that up later. So let me write that down. Brentford home, Villa away. Forget Bruges. Let me press more again. Fuck you, and fuck you. Brentford Villa. Fuck Bruges. Press more. Fuck you, Stephen's phone. Oh, Stephen's phone, mate. Here we go. Brentford Villa. So sorry, guys. Villa away. Wolves home. Everton away. Everton away. Forget Palace home. Brighton and Villa home. Brighton home. And then Villa home. What we'll do is we'll ask WB if he doesn't mind. All right. Man City on 25 and then Villa and Chelsea. Sorry, 6 points behind us. Chelsea are Man City are 5. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, I'm wondering. Do you have to check the whole top 4? Sorry, you know what I mean, innit? But it is a very quiet stream, so I will only be in for 30 minutes today. Guys, do be liking, do be subscribing. Let me double check I did turn the food off. I'm sure I fucking did. Make sure I didn't put it on ultra fucking low. The heating's on. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Let's cover this floor a little bit. So yeah, looking at our fixtures coming up, guys, it isn't mad amounts to be scared of. It isn't nothing that you should be shitting yourself, having a heart attack. Brentford should be a win, even though they have fucking been doing all right under their new manager this season. Villa away, and they're sitting in third or fourth. Like they're in the top 4. I think they're third. Like considering WB fell asleep in the stream today, but I was making a big fuss, Stephen. I don't know if you remember the start of the season, first 4, 5, 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Villa were terrible.
Yeah.
And I was actually thinking, is Una going to walk out because of their lack of signings? But Aston Villa, I will get into transfer news now. Aston Villa have been promised money for the January window. Financial fair play or none. Shouts out to John Arby. He's messaging me on Twitter, but I can't see. Wolves at home, 3 points. Everton away. Like the way they got smashed by Newcastle, man. It should be a win. Brighton home, win. And Villa at home, I'd like to think it's another win. And would go into the January transfer window in a very nice position. So, guys, what is your thoughts today? No Saliba, no Gabriel. Is 1-1 a good result? Or was it a total disgrace considering they were down to 10 men from the 37th minute? It was their finest player, the guy that holds everything, literally everything together for them, Moses Caicedo. And they brought off their best attacking threat since, I don't know, fucking Didier Drogba because I think he's that good, this Gustavo Willian. They took him off at half time. I would have brought off Neto. I would have brought off fucking anyone. I just wouldn't have done that. Do you know what I mean? To bring on Garnacho as well, I thought it was a total piss take. But yeah, was it a good result considering there was no Saliba and Gabriel? I actually don't know the injury news on these two guys. I will chase it after the stream. Rodrigo Mendoza. Now, guys, again, at £17.5 million, the way Arteta likes to spend money, like, apart from Mascara, who was blatantly Berta signing, I don't think we've made a fucking signing that cheap at £17.5 million under Arteta. So I say yes, 20 years old, looking very good. Spain are ironing for the World Cup. January window is coming. I do believe he will go in January. I do believe Barcelona, Real Madrid, Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, someone will take the risk at £17.5 million these days isn't a fucking crazy amount of money. Luis Enrique, I spoke about him yesterday, 24 years old, plays for Zenit St. Petersburg, has earned 11 Brazil caps, even though I've never heard of him until trying to look at a few YouTube clips from yesterday. Plays for Zenit St. Petersburg, obviously, yeah, they're never covered it by fucking no league, no one gives a fuck, it's irrelevant. So I can't really tell you much about him. It sounds a bit, I don't know, but I'm sure Villa or West Ham or someone, you know what I mean? Like the guy that went to Fulham, Kevin, you know what I mean? Whether he's a fucking flop or a success. Havertz can leave for Arsenal. as early as this January. I'm pretty sure it's unrealistic, but and again, allegedly, we want £90 million. Hilarious. Martinelli, Ben White, Gabriel Jesus are following in the same fate. Guys, Mourinho as our false nine. I'm not convinced. I know this is dead harsh. He has chipped in with vital goals. He scored again today. What does he offer after that? And Gorkarez, I don't know. 4 goals for the club. We have got one, two, we've got 6 games before the January window. Not saying we're going to buy a striker. We've got obviously Jesus and Havertz, who are both basically fully fit now, you know what I mean? Ready to be competing with Gorkarez. But for me, I'm really hoping Gorka can net at home to Brentford, away to Villa, home to Wolves, away to Everton, home to Brighton, and at home to Villa, and make his first half of his Arsenal career, or half a season in his Arsenal career, look a little bit half decent. But looking at some other football news, Havertz can leave, as I said. Mourinho, Martinelli, both shit for me today. Obviously, we know he loves Mourinho. Mourinho again. I'm sure we're not going to sell him. But Martinelli, what do you do? If anyone comes near us with a 40, 45 million bid, do you run and accept? Same with Havertz, because he earns so much money. There's only certain teams in the world that are capable of me even meeting him halfway in terms of wages. And I am talking the world's elite clubs. Borussia Dortmund wouldn't be able to even afford to pay him 400 grand a week. Oh, good evening, Vicky. How are you doing this evening, girl? But Martinelli, would you be tempted to just accept 45 mil for the cunt? What if 45 mil come in for Miles Lewis Skelly right now? Again, looks shaky again at left back today. And he was only a bit part player because Calafore got booked. And hopefully he ain't carrying an injury, do you know what I mean? Because he come on for the start of the second half. Hincape looked good. Almost made a tragic fucking mistake in the first half. Estavo Willian done Calafore, good cross, and he tried to backheel it out. And I don't know. I think it was Enzo Fernandez smashed it over the bar. I'm all good, all good. Been a bit of a shit few days, but you know what I mean. Nothing I can't handle. But yeah, just to finish on that, Martinelli, 45 mil, 40, 45. Would you take it? Havertz, 40, 45. Would you take it? Miles Lewis Skelly, 40, 45. Would you take it? And then theoretically, you can go and get yourself a Kenan Yildiz and a Rodrigo Mendoza in January. Do you know what I mean? What was your overall thoughts today of the performances of Mosquera and Hancapié in Saliba and Gabriel's absence? George Mendes, as I said over the last few days, is ready, willing, and able to meet with the Arsenal hierarchy regarding talks over his striker and his agent. You know what I mean? Is basically ready to meet Arsenal regarding Kenan Yildiz. Nwari and Skelly, should they go out on loan? Again, no minutes for Nwari today. Skelly looking as fucking shaky as fuck. And Arsenal have signed a big commercial deal with Paramount. Like Paramount, is that Paramount Pictures WB? I'm pretty sure it is. Arsenal have signed a huge deal with Paramount. Pretty much as one door closes, the Visit Rwanda one, Paramount has opened up. I'll find out more about that deal in terms of how many years, money. Is it for the side of the shirt, like the Visit Rwanda deal, or is it something a little bit more exclusive? I heard there's going to be some media work going on as well with the link up with Paramount, but more will be told at 10 p.m. tomorrow. Manchester City, Tottenham, and Liverpool are ready to meet the release clause of Anton Semenyo in January. Obviously, at £60 million with £5 million in add-ons. Chelsea, blow. Westminster, is it Westminster that they deal with? Anyway, whatever council have said no to the site on Earl's Court. So yeah, the South West London prostitutes, SW6 little slags, have been told to fuck off on any thoughts of building a new stadium closer to them. You know what I mean? Whether they want to use Wembley as a Borough Stadium in 2028. Joshua Xerxes scored for Man United today. Still available for loan. West Ham are looking into securing a deal as soon as the January window reopens. Sunderland and Newcastle will do battle for Matteo Guendouzi, available for £30 million from Lazio in Italy. Villa have made Martinez, Emi Martinez, goalkeeper, and Ollie Watkins, striker, who's been shit all season, available for sale this January. Igor Thiago, the 9-goal Brentford striker, is on 10 now. would be the ideal man to replace Ollie Watkins for Unai Emery at Aston Villa. Harvey Elliott will be told to go back to Liverpool so Liverpool can sell him on the Aston Villa on loan midfielder. And apparently, Emery is close to doing a deal with Anderlecht wonder kid midfielder Nathan Decat, 17, has been playing and doing well as far as I know for Anderlecht this season. Liverpool monitor Everton winger Ndai, sorry, 25 years old. And Oliver Glasner wants at least two signings for Crystal Palace this January. Diamonde, the Sporting Lisbon defender, has been linked, obviously, as Mark Gahey will be leaving. Now, I've been hearing as well, it's a pretty much a done deal. Ibrahim Konate will leave Liverpool at the end of the season on a free transfer to join Real Madrid. Upamecano, the Bayern Munich defender, again, he's still got maybe 6, 7 months to sign a new deal at Bayern Munich, and stranger things have happened. We know the left back Alfonso Davies left it to the very last moment. Everyone thought he was going to Real Madrid, even me. And then re-signed with Bayern Munich. Obviously, I believe Real Madrid didn't offer him the contract of his dreams. You know what I mean? And it was financially better to stay in the Bundesliga with Bayern Munich. But Upamecano, what happens now? Does he go to Liverpool as they're going to lose Ibrahim Konate? Will Liverpool still prioritise just getting Mark Gahey in January? Will they want two central defenders as, again, Konate is leaving and Van Dijk is what, 32/33 now? And I think if they get both of them centre halves and on free transfers, Mark Gahey and Upamecano, with literally no competition from clubs across Europe, I think, oh, fuck me, what is wrong? Do you know what I mean? You got to be in it to win it, like the fucking lottery, like, you know what I mean? And if you're willing to offer decent wages, boy, players are willing to go, mate. Do you know what I mean? WB, I think, was slightly surprised, and he can correct me if I'm wrong. Like, why would Granit Xhaka come back from Germany? He's just won a title to Sunderland. I said it would be for wages. Do you know what I mean? The Premier League. But yeah, again, according to the Google that we did look at that day, and I don't want to argue the fact on it, but it looked like he was on 90 grand at Leverkusen, which does surprise me, and 90 grand at Sunderland, where he is now in the Premier League. I reckon he got a massive signing on fee, 2.5 mil, you know what I mean? Which is big money, you know what I mean? And I reckon if he keeps Sunderland or contributes to keeping Sunderland in the Premier League this season, I reckon he gets another financial fucking windfall. So again, Granit Xhaka, he's not done. Do you know what I mean? Uh, Even if Google was telling me NWBs on 90 grand a week, I'm sure that's either wrong or it is huge bonuses and he got a very nice signing on fee. Do you know what I mean? So yes, and obviously a wage rise next season as there'll still be a Premier League team. Matteo Guendouzi, guys, the former Arsenal midfielder, linked with Newcastle and Sunderland. I think Sunderland would be a very good place for him to go. Obviously, we know Sunderland are going to have a lot of players took off them in the January transfer window. Guys, do we like it? Do we subscribe? And if one happens to be new, shouts out to you, Vicky, the only person to comment so far. 23 minutes down. It won't be an hour stream, you know, well, obviously when it's quiet in the comments. Danny AFC TV won't stick around for an hour. But yeah, I'll see it out for at least another 7, 8 minutes and see how it goes. Do be liking, do be subscribing. On food news, me and WB, I know we've been threatening it for a couple of weeks, but we are going to start doing some food reviews. Of course, London food reviews. I'll be dealing with the vegetarian side of things. WB obviously is a meat eater, so he'll be dealing with all the pork, pig, and beef, etc. Um, and we want to still keep it and see how it goes. We want to do at least 4 or 5 separate little restaurants or whatever, cafes, whatever you want to call them, train places, food basically, motherfucking places. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert, and maybe something random. Or something perhaps a little up more market, a nice little Italian, or I don't know. I can't think of something me and WB could both agree on. But yeah, definite places for like breakfast. I don't know. You could go to any sort of Turkish cafe in the manor. There's plenty Highbury, Holloway, in North London in general. Or you could find somewhere like one of these Toby Carveries or I don't know, Premier Inns that do all you can eat for I don't know, 10 quid or something. Probably all out of a microwave. Lunch, even though pizza probably isn't really a lunchtime thing, but I want to do like either a Gordon Ramsay street pizza. A little bit suspect that they only really have like one flavor for vegetarian, which is the cheese and tomato, and then they have a plant-based pizza, which I think is a bit piss poor. And then I don't know what they've got for WB. I think the idiot pizza, pepperoni, ham and pineapple, and a few others. Do you know what I mean? All you can eat for 90 minutes at Gordon Ramsay's Street Pizza. He's also dropped his burger restaurant, Gordon Ramsay's Street Burger. So who knows? But I can't see me going there because it is a portobello mushroom in a fucking brioche bun. Like, fuck me, I'm vegetarian. No, I can't. A mushroom in a bun. And that's Ramsay as well. So I'm kind of disappointed. If I were to go to a burger place, I think I'd like to go to maybe an Honest Burger. I've never tried Bleacher. And where does Rattis work? Oh, what's the cunt called? I can't remember. Literally, I think probably one of the third biggest chains in London and the UK in the burger business. Dessert, we know which one we're going to go to. I won't reveal the place yet, but we discovered it sort of by accident via Uber the other night. Got a fucking late night delivery, milkshake and a side of ice cream. Fuck me. Coconut ice cream, fucking 10 out of 10. Like, and the mango sorbet. The milkshake, sorry, coconut extraordinary, and the mango ice cream, banging. So yeah, that would be like a dessert one, and then we'll choose something. I don't know, Italian pasta, something random. Let you guys decide, and then see if that takes off. If it takes off after the first three, four, five videos, yeah, I'll definitely look into doing more food reviews on the channel. Guys, do be liking, do be subscribing if you're new. What is your thoughts? What is your suggestions? Where should we eat? Where's a good place for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then a couple of randoms? Excuse me. So yeah, I'd like to do breakfast, lunch, dinner, then something random, and perhaps a dessert shop. Definitely a dessert shop because I know where I want to go. All I'll tell you is in Wood Green on Wood Green High Road. Why don't you? Why don't you one place free? Why don't you one place free course meal and then you can do a review on the starter, main, and dessert? Definitely a wicked idea, but again, I'd want to review even though it's a brilliant idea. Number one, believe it or not, I'm not the biggest eater in the world, so any free course, like I don't know. I went to a Indian restaurant once, man, and by the time they brought me the veggie samosa, the papadums, and the pakoras, I was uninterested in my main dish, and that's legit. As God is watching, I was uninterested. So yeah, that sort of style of eating for me ain't really the one. You know what I mean? Not because it's expensive, pretentious, or upmarket, but yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's too much food. And if you go to a shithole that's doing like 15 and £20 free courses, it's obviously shit. Yeah, I wouldn't be interested in that. But I do like the idea, so do keep them coming. I do like that idea in general. As I said, I want to do somewhere again, maybe breakfast, maybe somewhere lunchy. Doesn't really make sense. Pizza, burger shops, they're not really fucking lunch or dinners. But yeah, I want to do 4 or 5 places. Definitely a breakfast place, definitely a dessert place. I'd like to do maybe like, you know what I mean, your basic burger and chips, you know what I mean? Because me and WB can agree on that. I'll eat a veggie burger. He'll have a fucking meat burger, beef burger, for example. If we went to Gordon Ramsay Street Pizza, obviously, again, I don't know. I'll be just eating margarita and I could try the plant based, but I know I'm not going to like the plastic plant based cheese. So that's a bit unfair. Maybe we'll rethink that. I'm not going Ramsay's fucking street burger as yeah, he has to rethink the vegetarian burger like a fucking mushroom in bread. Taking a piss out of my life, no? Um yeah, I get that to be honest. I'm the same, only can eat one meal. So yeah, it would be unfair for me to say, well, yeah, it only gets a 6 out of 10 or something because I was too full to taste the dessert and the fucking main. So yeah, somewhere for breakfast. Like, what's a breakfast place? I do know. You know what I mean? Like, is it just you go to your fucking the Turkish cafe on the high road that you trust? Even though I trust none. Do you try and find a chain? I don't know. Where should we test a breakfast? Obviously, where I can get my I don't know what mushrooms, beans, toast, and hash brown. Mushroom, beans, toast, and a dirty looking veggie sausage. And WB can get I don't know pig, sausage, beans, hash brown, toast, coffee. I don't know what else he wants. You know what I mean? Um, I think we're gonna have to do the street pizza because I do want to try a Gordon Ramsay place, and it is a decent price. It's 90 minutes, all you can eat pizza for 20. pound, I do believe. It could have went up to 22, I'm not sure. I know you definitely can have this for about 24 or 25 now, or is it 28 WB? He's gone sleep. It might be 25 or 28 note with 20 minutes of bottomless prosecco. But again, who drinks alcohol with food? Definitely not me. Shouts out to all the raw ones. Don't do me liking, do be subscribing. Give me a breakfast idea, somewhere we could go for lunch, and then a couple of little dinner places. You know what I mean? I know a wicked fucking pasta place. I ain't been there in years. It's on Park Lane. That's probably why I ain't been there in years. Fucking very upmarket and posh. And that's even if it's still there. And it's called Vino's. The place I used to love the Italian fucking pasta. You know what I mean? Fresh pasta, tomato sauce, beautiful. Do you know what I mean? Just salt and peppers. I won't do parmesan as it is not vegetarian. If a restaurant has hard cheese, I rate them because hard cheese is basically a fake parmesan, which is vegetarian. The dessert place in Wood Green, let me just tell you, it's called the Urban Chocolatier. By accident, I clicked on them on Google, on Uber the other day, and they're amazing. WB clicked on one the day before. Can't remember what it was called, Wanker Cups or something. It was also in Wood Green, on Wood Green High Road, and they delivered me a bubblegum milkshake that was just fucking like a glass of milk. The flavour seemed on point, but again, when there's no ice cream and it's melted, whether it's the shop's fault or not, I think that's a fucking 0 out of 10 effort. The chocolate, the urban chocolatier, banging milkshake, banging ice cream. So that would be the dessert place. I'd like to go there and visit them without the fucking driver pedaling on a bike or motorbike, however the fuck Uber do it, and bring it to me whatever fucking how many miles across fucking North London. That is definitely the dessert place. Breakfast, I don't mind. I think I've decided I will do the Gordon Ramsay street pizza, even though I'm pissed off at the little flavours he offers for vegetarian. Only two for vegetarian, unless my eyes are deceiving me. The cheese and tomato. I'm not even a straight veggie or a veggie supreme. It's a veggie supreme, but fucking vegan. What a bollocks. Who wants vegan cheese on a pizza, especially if you're not fully vegan? So, food reviews coming this month on the channel, guys. Football news, creams is good for dessert. WB has also said that. I've never been there. A lot of people have recommended it to me, but yeah, I'm not really a dessert guy. Again, I do love a milkshake. I'm partial to a milkshake, and I think McDonald's is rotten for everything, including their milkshakes. But guys, do be liking, do be subscribing, do leave it in the comments where you think I should go. I'm obviously a vegetarian, literally vegan. So yeah, I'm a fasting motherfucker. I'll give these food reviews as honest as I can. Talking of honest, if I do a burger place to review, it'll probably be Honest Burger. Bit of a fucking cheat by me. I have worked for them before, and it's not that I've got any extra love for them, but as far as a decent burger and chips goes in London, and a very decent milkshake, Honest Burger, honestly, ticks all boxes. Anyway, no Saliba, no Gabriel today. What was your thoughts? Was 1-1 good enough? Especially after Moses Caicedo was sent off and they brought off arguably their best player in fucking years, like, you know what I mean? In Gustavo Willian. Rodrigo Mendoza, the Elche central midfielder, £17.5 billion release clause, which is obviously active as soon as the January window opens. Arsenal, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Man City, Chelsea, and Liverpool all keeping tabs on this 20-year-old wonder kid from Elche. Now, I've seen some clips. He looks good. Again, clips obviously on YouTube can make you look real good, but at £17.5 million, 20 years old, it doesn't seem like the biggest risk in the world. I do think Arsenal would have to make a move in January if we want him, even though I hear we're broke. And if we want to make any signings, we would have to sell first. I'm out. Gonna go watch your fucking TV in bed. How dare you leave the stream? But nice one. Gonna watch my TV in bed. But nice one, Vicky. Shouts out to you. Havertz can leave Arsenal for 90 million, so says a lot of inside reports. Luis Enrique, the Zenit St. Petersburg winger come striker, has been linked with Arsenal. Can't really tell you much about him, apart from he's 24. He's earned 11 caps for Brazil. And I don't know, he plays for Zenit St. Petersburg. Probably not for me. As I have said, Arsenal would need to sell in the January window if we was to be buying anyone. Martinelli, Ben White, Gabriel Jesus, and the surprise of it is Havertz. If that is true, would Arsenal be all willing to let them go? I also think if a bid coming for Skelly of 40, 45 mil, we'd let him go immediately. Again, in all honesty, it's 2 games in a row now. So he started the other day, looked very shaky, and tonight when he come on, today when he come on at Chelsea, looked very shaky. Got booked immediately. He is not a left back. It's so unfair to him. Even though we don't give any minutes to Norgard, you know what I mean? I'd rather see Skelly battle Norgard and Mourinho for a place in the midfield if Rice or Zubimendi wasn't available. Kincapié and Christian Mosquera. What was your overall thoughts on their performance? I thought Mosquera was pretty faultless. Could he have done a touch more for the goal? Was he watching the Chelsea guy Enzo Fernandez too hard? Could he have got his head to it? And Hincapié, apart from one dreadful mistake in the first half where he sort of just backheeled the ball out from a Gustavo Willian cross, that did come to nothing, thankfully. That could have been a bit fucking of a disaster. But apart from that, he was pretty good. A couple of good passes and crosses throughout the game as well. George Mendes, the super agent, expects to meet various clubs between now and the January transfer window regarding his client, Kenan Yildiz. Anwari and Skelly, what the fuck do we do? Again today, Anwari couldn't get a minute. And we had a useless fucking Martinelli on the wing. Yeah? No Trossard to fucking hamper a few minutes for the kid. We're playing Mourinho 28-29 as a false nine for whichever reason. I think you're just stunting the growth of Anwari. We are going to be paid back for this, and I don't mean in a good way. Chelsea and Liverpool will take him at the end of the season. Trust me. But should we send him out on loan if the kid wanted to go on loan? Because I just don't know what to do with Anwari and Skelly. Skelly, I think we should wipe the slate clean. Fuck Oliver Norgard off and fucking make him be the third or fourth choice central midfielder behind Rice or Mendy. Obviously, we've got Mourinho as well. Odegaard can play there, but I'd make him battle for a central midfield place. He is not a left back, and we've got two players that are more than capable of playing left back in Capier and Calafiore. Yeah, he's not that guy. Ben White, again, no minutes as usual. We're not interested in really giving him any time. Linda, what's good, girl? What's good? What's good? What did you think of the result today? Again, if you listened last night, with the £115 million player, Sassedo getting sent off in the 37th minute, I'm very disappointed in the result. And the only guy that was really, 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 really threatening Arsenal in the first half before the sending off in the 37th minute was Gustavo Willian. And they took him off at half time, which I thought was a very, very bad move. No Gustavo Willian, no Sassedo. And then they come out for the second half and probably go 1-0 up. They done us at our own game, the fucking set pieces. Guys, do be liking, do be subscribing. What's good, Linda? How is you? How is your village? What did you think of the game? Did you watch it? I thought Martinelli was non-existent on the left wing. Like, happy that he got minutes, but again, you're stunting the growth of Anwari. There wasn't even Trossard today, who he's been playing on the left wing recently. Maduki, all fucking flicks and tricks, no end product. And even his first goal for the club the other day, well, fuck me, it was put on a plate for him by Calafiore. You know what I mean? So Maduki, I don't like him, man. Yeah, when he did come on the left wing today, even though, like, I don't know how long he got, 15, 20, 25 minutes? Even though it might be a bit harsh on him, I don't think he was that fucking good. Martinelli, I thought was shit. Do you know what I mean? Brilliant goal the other day. Brilliant goal against Man City that saved us from getting defeated at home to Man City a couple of months ago. Like, if he's got that in his locker, like, why can't he do this more regularly? When he hasn't been playing much at all this season, it is harsh to just come in and expect a fucking brilliant performance from him today. But he's been at the club so many years, like 7, 8 years. He ain't a novice. He ain't fucking unfamiliar to his surroundings. He's been with the same manager in the same system for 5.5, almost 6 seasons. So I'm pissed with Martinelli, if you want the truth. It's piss poor. And no wonder the rumours are going around that we're willing to sell him. Kai Havertz, yeah, sweet. I don't mind selling him. Skelly, it would be a shame, but We have to give up on this left back thing. Give him a position to battle for in a central midfield, perhaps. Linda watched it. What did you make of it? Who was your man of the match? Did you think Rice and Zubamendi were a bit disappointing? I thought they would go and control the midfield once Sasado got sent off. Like, they didn't really bring on like another defensive midfielder to close up the shop and just go for a point against Arsenal. They went for it. They brought on Garnacho at half time. They brought off Willian. So I'm really pissed off with the result, you know what I mean? Before I do close the stream, I want to tell you our next fucking 6 Premier League games. At home to Brentford, I'd like to think we get a win. Away to Aston Villa, who are our bogey team. We fuck up against Unai Emery all the time. Away to Villa. And I think they're all like 3 days apart. 4 days later, it's home to Wolves. Then away to Everton, home to Brighton, and then again it's Villa again at home. Why do you come in just to make 2 comments and I give it night all? But thank you for coming in. Do get a big like on the video, you know what I mean? Do subscribe if you're new. I'm sure you're not new, Linda. But yeah, guys, on that bombshell though, what did you think of Hincapié and Christian Mosquera today, replacing Saliba and Gabriel? Rodrigo Mendoza, £17.5 million. I want to take a little closer look at him today. Gone randomly Google a couple of Elche games, see what I can find. Havertz, would you let him leave? Would you let Anwari and Skelly go out on loan? What do you do with Martinelli, Ben White, and Gabriel Jesus? Meduki, this guy's going to piss me the fuck off. Who won the Grand Prix, Linda? And I'm ready to get out the stream as well. And Arsenal have signed a big commercial deal with Paramount. Obviously, what Paramount Pictures? I'll look into it more. Obviously, something to do with films and entertainment and media. So yeah, that obviously one goes out, another one comes in. The whole deal with Visit Rwanda that we had on our sleeves, on our shirts, is gone. In comes Paramount. City, Totti, Liverpool, all ready to do battle for Anton Semenyo this January. Chelsea have been dealt a massive blow. The council have turned down their plans for a new stadium on a site at Earls Court. Good. Fuck you, Chelsea. Joshua Zirkzee scored today against Crystal Palace. Could be on the move, on loan. West Ham are favourites to get him. Sunderland and Newcastle are ready to do battle for former Arsenal midfielder Matteo Guendouzi. Aston Villa have made Emi Martinez and Ollie Watkins available for sell this January. Aston Villa would like to bring in Anderlecht wonder kid Nathan the Cat, 17 years old, and Igor Thiago, the Brentford striker, if all rumours are to be believed. Adam Wharton has been impressing Ruben Almiron at Man United. Man United are ready to bid 65 million in the summer of 2026. At that point, he will have 2 years left on his contract. Harvey Elliott is going to be released on his loan from Aston Villa to go back to Liverpool. I'm pretty sure Liverpool do have a buyer lined up. Liverpool are allegedly monitoring Everton winger Ndiaye, 25 years old. I reckon they're going to wait till the summer and go for Michael Ellis of Bayern Munich. And Oliver Glasner wants at least 2 or 3 signings in at Crystal Palace this January window. One is Osman Diamonde, the Sporting CP defender, valued at around 35 mil. I think that would be a brilliant signing, the 22-year-old. And God knows what else he wants. I've heard possibly a left back. Watching Formula One and Vaspen, whatever the fuck, how you say it. Vastappen, I don't know. Has he won it then? Is he champion? Did Lewis Hamilton get any points? Did he finish in the top 4 or 5 or 6 or whatever on the podium? Did he get top 3 once this season? I've always said to you that Lewis Hamilton was shit. It was all a fix, the fucking Formula One. Why he won all them titles? It was all a fix. His car was obviously a lot faster, a lot more durable, better wearing, less likely to break, crash, and die during races. Do you know what I mean? I always knew he was a fraud. Old Lewis Hamilton, do you know what I mean? Bollocks to that. Literally, Ferrari can't be a bad car. I don't care what the difference is. If you've got a lot of bottle and you can drive, put me out there. I've got bottle. I know I can drive. I'm sure I could outdo Lewis Hamilton at his own game. I'm sure of it. Do you know what I mean? few practice laps, mate, I'd bully the cunt, I'm sure of it. Whether it's the roads of London or I'm sure in Formula One, even though I've never raced on a Formula One track, yeah, I'm sure it's the same sort of thing. It takes a lot of bottles. Who can go around that corner a little bit quicker, overtaking. WB was awake, he'll be telling me the fuck how I drive. No, the next Formula One is the last one. It's between Norris and Vass, whatever that cunt is. Lewis is rubbish this season. He's been rubbish for fucking ages. Do you know what I mean? And since he got done on the last day by the Red Bull guy. Yeah, mate. Lewis is rubbish. Ferrari can't be a bad car. Come on. Italians. They make a song and dance of their famous red Ferrari. Ferrari has been heard of up and down the world. Do you know what I mean? Should Red Bull be better than Ferrari? I missed the start because of the football. Catch you soon. Catch you soon, Linda. Shouts out to you. Has anyone got a comment thing before I go? 46 minutes down. Yeah. What a way we could have just finished this Sunday beautifully. Liverpool win. Chelsea dropped points, but obviously that's against us. We've dropped points. Villa sitting third. I'm so impressed after the start that they had. It was horrendous. I thought Unai Emery might have been on the verge of quitting. Now we play them twice in 4 weeks. They could further derail our fucking title charge. I hate going against Unai Emery. He's like a jinx, the motherfucker. But guys, do be liking, do be subscribing. Any final thoughts before I go? Shouts out to everyone that has been supporting the channel recently, like Vicky, Linda, UE, any of the real ones, people like Manak Craig out here, anyone that's been involved in the last streams of recent times. Shouts out to you all. 47 minutes down, it's time for me to go. My final thoughts is, I've been told on very good authority, there will be no money this January to spend on players. Considering the money we spent in the summer, £268 million, give or take a blowjob. Not really surprised. And with injuries or players that were injured coming back, Havertz, Jesus, etc., we're pretty much bulky in every fucking position. Would we make a signing or two, perhaps, if we sold a couple? I would say yeah. But Arsenal, we ain't been able to sell a fucking player to save our fucking souls over the last few years. Everyone's on too much wages, then we ask for too much money and transfer fees, and we just fuck up the deal. Martinelli, if we got a 45 million bid, is it time to let him go? What if we got a 45 mil bid for Luis Skelly or Havertz? Gabriel Jesus, I'm sure we're just going to release him on a free in January or keep him as a squad player until the end of the season. Ben White, he's been getting no minutes. It's obvious it's time for him to find a new club. Arteta obviously doesn't like him no more. He's no longer on the Christmas card list or the flavour of the month. But even if Ben White or a Martinelli left in January, I couldn't really see a big name coming in. The name I'm looking for is one that wouldn't really break the bank. It would be Rodrigo Mendoza, the Elche midfielder, £17.5 million release clause, linked with Barcelona, Real Madrid, Arsenal, Man City, and Chelsea. If he wants to stay in Spain, and it is true that Real Madrid and Barcelona want him, even though they're both meant to be broke, I'm sure between them they'll both be able to muster up £17.5 million. So if he's like a lot of Spanish players and I want to play for the Galacticos or I want to play for Club Barcelona, yeah, we'll probably never see him in the Premier League. But stranger things have happened. Yeremy Pino, I knew he always had a fucking load of talent for him, but when he went Palace, I did think that was a risky move for him. Now he scored a banger the other day, and I'll be keeping my eye on him. He's got a lot of talent, Yeremy Pino. Do you know what I mean? Again, it's about man management. And this is what I'm liking about Oliver Glasner at Crystal Palace so far. Seriously, he's won an FA Cup. By the end of the season, he could have won 2 trophies. 2 trophies in 2 years. Imagine that. Arteta could still be on 1 trophy. And that was way back when he first started, in his half a season. But guys, do be liking, do be subscribing. It has been a decent 50-minute stream. Shouts out to all the real ones, everyone that's been in the comments today on the live earlier on versus Chelsea or in tonight's reaction. I will be back and keeping it consistent this week. Obviously, the games are coming thick and fast. Wednesday is Brentford. I want to be looking into injury news. William Saliba, obviously, and Gabriel, clearly. Um, and seeing if they're going to be fit before Wednesday's game at home to Brentford. Nkapia and Mascara, though, I do trust in them. If obviously none of them are available, but let me find out what is going on. I want to find out a little bit more about the new deal we have signed with Paramount. Apparently to replace Visit Rwanda. That is now a thing of the past. Guys, do be liking it, do be subscribing. Please share the link, share the channel. The January window is coming, Christmas is coming, and yeah, it's time to give the fucking channel a bit of a boost again. I've got WB here as well to help out, whether it's a few technicals or being the cameraman and on the food reviews. Shouts out to WB, Loco the Dog. Shouts out to Thierry. Shouts out to all the real ones. Please keep it down here, AFC TV. See you at 10 p.m. tomorrow, y'all. Keep it Arsenal. Keep it down here, AFC TV. Peace out, people. Good night, y'all.